Hello and good evening, everyone. I am Gary Gatto. Welcome to P1's broadcasting coverage of Round 8, the penultimate round of Season 4 of the Votive Indy Oval Series. Tonight we come to you from Auto Club Speedway in Fontana for the second running of the Votive California 300, presented by Loverns, Inc., the second crown jewel in the Votive Triple Crown this season. As always, joining me in the booth, and I'm wondering if he's suffering from Indy fatigue as well. I know I am a little bit. As always, joining me in the booth is Luis Gonzalez-Nunez. Luis, welcome to Auto Club. We are still on the super speedways, but we are away from Indianapolis, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, we are out. Yeah, actually different stuff today. It's kind of weird after 2 days on the fixing and an open series, and also the qualifying today with the Palou, the poleman on the Indy 500, coming here to this 2 miles track. Not 6 anymore, unfortunately.
Right.
Racing over here, it's kind of weird. But hey, we are back again with the Votive Indy Oval Series with the mathematic 3 people fighting for the championship. Mark Murphy needs to have a bad result today, at least win something, or maybe finish a top 3 to maintain his alternative or possibility to win to go for the last one in the Indianapolis 300, 300K actually, and on the last round on June 7th. But Anna Klemek is the closest with 16 points, and then Carl Klengward, the leader on the championship. But also we have the rookie. Sorry, maybe I went too fast. But
nope.
Yeah, the rookie of the year of the season actually, with Champ Simpson and Brendan Littenberg and Christopher Demerit in there. Christopher, I don't see Christopher. I think maybe I'm wrong.
I think he's here today. He is here today.
It is. No, that's a good thing. So if it's here, actually, I don't see it. Hamilton Aquavise, I see it. You know what? It's funny because you can see the names. It's like wow, that's a big names in the grid with 35 people in the grid with the surprise poleman guy today.
All right, and let's get in tonight's starting grid. The California 300 presented by Loverns Incorporated, and prime time John Stellard on the pole with a speed of almost into the 223s. I mean, I think a lot of the fastest laps we saw in practice were in the 223s, and he did it by himself. I know a lot of those speeds in practice were definitely draft dated, and primetime John Stellard does it with a 222.9. Right next to him is the Prodigy, 222.8, Mason Mitchum. So it's all VRL logging out the first 3 spots, and then one of their technical teammates and one of your points contenders this season, Anna Klemek, lines up 4th, 222.8. Then we go back to another VRL team member, Casey Povolonis, 222.8. Then we go Edwards, and he rounds out the first of, I guess, of the non-technical teammates. He lines up in 6th, and we got Chad Simpson, our soon-to-be rookie of the season, maybe. We'll see. Right next to him, former race winner in the series, Andrew Marquez, and Indy Kirkenbauer's dad, Clay, the progenitor. He is starting in row 5, right next to Trey Shadid, who's also in a new paint job tonight, I believe. Moving on back, we got Ricky Paz. This is kind of a home race for Ricky Paz. If we're not in Mexico City, this is probably one of the next closest races outside of Long Beach for the Mexican. Then we got Lovern and Dugan and Reed on row 7. Former Indy 500 pole sitter for the Elite Racing League, Chris Albrecht, right next door, defending series champion, trying to go back to back, three-peat, if you will, if he can hold on to his points lead for the remainder of this season. That is Clindy with the number 1. Then we got Taylor and Davis. Watch this row in row 9. Zier and Fortin in row 10. As the field begins to move, here's one of our other points contenders, Mark Murphy, Chris Stouffer. Watch that row right there. That's a lot of experience. Forsyth and Hysong in row 12. Tedesco and Durazo the Cat in row 13. Brendan Lichtenberg and Jacob Collins. That's a lot of experience in that row. Row 14. Brian Campbell. And actually, that's Wayne Campbell, I've heard, right? In the 43. He is right next to Casey Putsky in row 15. And then Hamilton Akabuizi, who we don't see very often, making an appearance today right next to Jacob Oster. Christopher Demerit, Caleb Brashear, one half of the Bash brothers in the 17th row, and the host with the most, Shane Coker, rounding out the remainder of this, 35 car field? Yes, 35 car field, row 18.
Yeah, 35 people today. I think it was it's still spread, actually. We're talking about is really impressed. The lowest was Phoenix with 40 and Charlotte with 40 and also Milwaukee with 40 people. But still 35 people in the grid is really impressive.
With 2 races left this season, the points championship still up in the air. We're getting ready to go 300 miles. Remember last time we did a 300-mile race at a super speedway, we went caution-free. Can we go caution-free again this weekend? John Stellard, Kirkenbauer, Mitchum, Klimek, and Edwards, your top 5 as we all barrel down into turn 1 here at Auto Club Speedway for the penultimate round of the Votive Indy Oval Series, Season 4.
What a restart. Craig Forsyth started on 23, now 5 spotted 18, making 4 wide on the restart. Pretty good for the Canadian, and now in turn 3 over there, the biggest gain so far for now. But yeah, it's Demerit and on the back in 29. Smart. Started on the back of the field because it's a long race with 150.49 actually to go. Somebody leaving? No, it's nobody. I saw.
Yeah, we do have a blinker there. It's
yeah.
Luke Reed, I believe, is blinking. But here comes Indy Kirkenbauer, the prodigy, to the inside of primetime John Stellard. Those teammates probably working together. Logan Edwards, purple lap, 2:19.9 that time by. He's in the 3rd spot as he's moved up a couple of positions already to start. Chris Albrecht up 5. As you mentioned, Chris Stouffer, he's up 6 right now. Craig Forsyth up 4. Clindy down 6. That's not what Clindy wants to be this early in the race, but this is a long race. One of the longest of the seasons. 300 miles. We're going to 3 wide at the line. Edwards down low. Indy Kirkenbauer in the middle. Primetime John Stellard up top. Chris Albrecht, purple lap. We're in the 220s already. 220.4.
George is going to go more fast. Oh, somebody go to the 8.
That is Ricky Paz, and I think he's seen enough of maybe the pack racing, and he's going to cycle to the back possibly, or no, he's...
That's the worst, sorry to say this, but that's the worst, no, it's coming to the pit actually.
So maybe he has a mechanical or some issue that he needs to get taken care of. Maybe there's someone knocking at his door. Who knows? It could be anything. This is sim racing, guys. It doesn't have to be a problem, per se.
I thought it's going to pull back. It's like a what? That's not a good way to going back to the field. But yeah, I think it's going to retire.
A lot of these drivers also, keep in mind, are very tired. Some of them, up at the wall. Chris Albrecht coming off of 2. A lot of these drivers are very tired. They could have run up as most as 800 laps this weekend with the Open Indy 500 this weekend, as Chris Stouffer, 220.9, sets the purple lap. So if they participate in all 4 time slots, which is the Friday, 2 on Saturday, and 1 on early this morning, if they participated in all 4 of those, that's a lot of racing. That's 2,000 miles worth of racing in an IndyCar at Indianapolis. Another 300 on top of that, and to round out the weekend, that's a lot of racing. Some of these drivers might be tired. There might be some fatigue out there, so we'll see. Some of them are taking it easy. Jacob Collins up 4 spots there in the plain white wrapper. Chris Albrecht, 221.6.
Oh,
contact Demerit. Oh, with that is Demerit and Butch Davis.
Oh,
watch this.
Demerit.
Demerit sends it to the inside. Now Luke Reed's blinking, so he's trying to give Luke Reed a little bit of extra room.
Lucky Clindy. Lucky Clindy, my God. The car of Demerit, it went up. And Candy, good brakes over there. No yellow.
And just an aero wash and two drivers with a ton of experience. And wow, Jacob Collins on the inside getting through. Casey Pahutsky getting through. But we'll watch this. Let's go back a little bit further and let's watch it from Clindy's point of view. Let's watch it at full speed. Oh. And Clindy that time by sets a purple lap, 2:23 flat, as we're back to live action. Clindy's down 7 spots now.
Yeah, for the people who don't know, the miles is 356.8 kilometers per hour. Numbers.
Jacob Oster up 13 spots. There he is, the P1 600 winner, almost winner in our Top Splits broadcast on Friday night. Just lost out to Adam Blocker by 18 thousandths of a second at the line. Jason Brophy finished third, 34 thousandths of a second behind. And in case you're wondering how close of a finish that is, I'll just type it here for you, or write it here, excuse me. There you go. I'm doing this with my mouse, so it's 0.018. That is your margin of victory for Adam Blocker Friday night. Or if you were to ask Jacob, I guess it would be the margin of his loss.
That, in a way, that is still a little bit close. We've seen finish by thousands, 0.001, 2, 3, or 4.
Well, we had a statistical tie here, remember?
Oh, yeah. You're right.
0.000. So, just to put that finish at Indianapolis in perspective, the closest finish in INDYCAR history at the Indianapolis 500 was Al Unser Jr. over Scott Goodyear back in '92, and that's 43 thousandths of a second. So that was even closer Friday night. Meanwhile, up front, your rookie leader is now your race leader. Chad Simpson, winner earlier this season. Way back at Charlotte, is now your leader of the race.
Good for the points, actually, because Lindenberg is very bad on the back on 33. Waiting for lap by lap, but you have to be careful because one incident could be collected by 10 people on the back. So, but yeah, good for Chad to gain a point for leader the race. Leader race. I think it's a leader race also to get a point, but also may him the confidence for what if. For the end of the race, at the end, I always said short time is 20 to go, 15 to go when the people's getting nervous, and we see 4Y, 3Y, 4, 5, and some crazy move on the end.
Right. Bonus points in this league is 2 points for the pole position, 2 points for leading the most lap, and 1 point for leading a lap. No points for fast laps. We just track that on our own. Always like to see who's on the move. But it is Simpson, Edwards, Stellard, Kirkenbauer, Chris Albrecht now up to 5th, Stouffer 6th, Klimek, Povolonis, Lover, and Murphy now into 10th. But we'll continue to watch Stouffer. Stouffer, this is his style of racetrack. If we know that he races particularly strong at any race courses that we see him before, it's always Pocono, Michigan, and Fontana. You can count those 3 racetracks as tracks that Chris Stouffer shows up and runs strong at.
Yeah, he's the guy like a patient, know what he have to do and stay on the moment. So even in Indianapolis, I was counting stuff in Indianapolis, even for top 5, he coming from the back. Like now, it's a 16th spot in the top 6 for a Stouffer, but it's always like this in the speedway, like a super speedway in Fontana or Michigan. You always go back and come into the front, and there's a good thing also when all these people come into the pit, even if it's 17 and 16, but it's good to be on the front with that moment. But I think Stoffel wants to go into the front. He's side by side with Chris Albrecht. Not anymore, actually.
Back up front, Logan Edwards now to the point. Team I5G, of course, he probably ran in a number of those 500s this weekend. And Chad Simpson also had himself a good 500 as well. Primetime John Stellert back to third. Indy Kirkenbauer just hanging out in fourth. Chris Albrecht up 10 spots.
Lost the front wing.
Oh, he did, and he's lost. Contact. Let's go back and see where he possibly did that. He's lost it a while ago. Did he lose it on the main straight?
Turn 4 with the Clay and Kirkenbauer.
Oh, the door just slammed shut on Clay, unfortunately. I think Jacob was high, wide, and fancy there on the high side and thought he maybe slide on through. A little arrow wash as a slam the door, and Oster coming to pit road, and he has missed his marks. He had to back up, but he's going to go ahead and execute his pit stop now. It's a little bit early. We suspect that it's going to be about a 3 or 4 stop strategy tonight. 3 or 4 stop strategy is lap 30, 60, 90, 120, and 150. A 3-stop strategy is about 37, 38, 74, 76, 111, 114, 148, and that would get you to the end if on that 111, 114 window right there. But it would, if you pit on the short end of it, you would have to probably do a little bit of a fuel save to get to the end. So you would need to do about 2 laps to get to the end. Otherwise, on full burn, you'd probably burn it up at about 2 laps to go.
I tried to hear when Clay said, maybe apologize, but you know what, the incident, it's kind of hard to figure out because it's just, it's about to understand. I think Jacob Obster thought it's going to be leave the door open to him to make the pass on Clay, but Clay is coming without here the outside, so I think race deal, no race control involved because I don't see any complaint on Ulster even for Clay. Just he apologized, but all good for that. I think he coming to the pit, he lose a lap. If he put the fuel, gonna be okay. Actually, what if maybe we have a yellow flag in between of in the new cycle of the pit stop? He could return. He could get returned the lap back soon.
I guess P1 is starting to get a reputation of doing caution-free races. So we'll take it. We will take it if we do caution-free tonight. We went caution-free, and well, with the exception of the red flag at Michigan earlier this season.
Well, to be honest, any comment producer or the people in the broadcast in the booth already want to be in the green flag race. It's just talking, the guys running, and that's it. So it's like that's what you want, is less stuff. But that's the lucky thing about what's happened last Friday, when we have a caution-free once again together with the ERL and then Michigan, and yeah, kind of crazy also too. But it's a good thing actually.
Anna Klimek.
Clean race that day.
Anna Klimek now into the battle now. She goes underneath Stouffer. Stouffer slides up. Albrecht's on the outside. They go 3 wide off the corner. Klimek backs out of it, gets back in line. Klimek down 3 spots from where she started. Sophie checking in chat. He finally got that taco. Are you talking about Ricky Paz in the Taco Bell? Did he order Taco Bell? Did he DoorDash it and that's what he had to run for?
Mexican don't order Taco Bell.
I'm about to say, that's like an Italian going to Olive Garden. Ugh.
Or like the Chinese people go to the Chinese restaurant.
Like Chinese people go to Panda Express, right?
Yeah, exactly, that word. But you know what? Somebody told me Taco Bell is the worst and the most toxic food they can eat. Even McDonald's, but it doesn't matter. I used to do it. It's pretty good, actually. It's pretty dirty stuff. But
back when I was in high school, we liked going there because it was cheap, and it's still, I guess it is still cheap. But when I was in high school, it was cheap that you could eat like 5 tacos for like $2-3 or something like that.
Actually, here in Canada, they have this place and whatever in downtown, I don't remember now the name. Man, the tacos over there, the Mexican tacos, very expensive. Maybe $10 one taco, $5 one taco.
Wow.
But in Mexico, if you put $10, you can buy maybe 20 pieces or 30 pieces. Whoa! Somebody hit the wall. John Stellar. Kissed the wall. He kissed the wall.
See, he is, and he gets a little dirty air from Logan Edwards in front of him. In fact, he follows Logan Edwards up into the wall.
Yeah.
So 2 cars into the wall. He got a little hypnotized there. So we'll see if Logan and Stellard are injured. Stellard now up to 2nd. Logan back to 3rd. Indy just hanging out in 4th. Same thing with Chris Albrecht. He's just hanging out in 5th. As soon as he got up to the top 5, he's kind of stabilized at the moment. Stouffer in 6th. Anna Klimek 7th. Casey Povolonis, he's in 8th. Gary Lovern, whose family is sponsoring tonight's race, Lovern Incorporated, he's in 9th. And Craig Forsyth up 13 spots. You've kind of shouted him out very early, like even before we left turn 2 on lap 1. You're like, Craig Forsyth got a huge jump on that start, guys.
I see that the guy he went for everything. That's it. You have to do it if you want to win the race.
Matt Taylor.
Here, I think almost lose the car, almost went to the back of the Mason Mission. He clipped the apron, I think. No, he just lost the car on turn 3. Anyways, I thought it was an incident, but that's why I get quiet. Yeah, he did a good start. That's the thing. Unfortunately, it's like that's happened when there are some leagues going when it's green. And some people on the back decide to go when it's green, and some people like just going when it's green, and then they broken the line to make all that pass. But it's not on the rules, so you can do it, and that's a good thing.
Watching this battle, Casey Povolonis on the high side of Chris Stouffer, and he gets on by. If you enjoy P1's coverage of the Votive Indy Oval Series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you miss out on future P1 iRacing broadcasts. So Stouffer falls back to 8th now into the clutches of Gary Lovern. Here's 2 drivers with a ton of starts in this car. Mark Murphy in 11th, and Craig Forsyth in 10th. Murph gets on around and move Murph now up 11 spots to 10th. Glendy now making a move behind in 18th, trying to recover. He's now down only 2 from where he started from. Hamilton Kabawizi, he is in a new livery and a new team starting this week, the WSR Esports squad. He is up 15 spots to 16th position. He is on the bottom, using that bottom, looking to rotate that car. Gets around, slides on up, gets to the side pod of Craig Forsyth. Forsyth in the draft. Here comes Glendy. He's thinking about taking a 3 wide. He does. He sticks a nose down there on a Kabawizi. Kabawizi has no place to go. He needs to hold his line. Glendy washes up. And is he going to slide up in front of Mitchum? No. He's just going to stay low and get the draft of Hamilton as they go down the front stretch now. So it looks like Glendy is starting to mount an attack. I think maybe some of these drivers are kind of saving their tires as we are 34 laps into this thing. Again, no caution flags to this point. That we expect first round of pit stops to open up here about any time now. About any time between around lap 37 and forward. First round of pit stops should be occurring, and they will be green flag pit stops that they would have to slow down, come off the banking in turn 4. Back up front, John Stellard seems no worse for wear after that kiss of the wall in turn 4 on the exit of turn 4 there. And he's back to the point. Chad Simpson in second. Anna Klimek now up to third. Anna up one spot from where she started. So she fell back to the back portion of the top 10. Recovered. Worked her way back up into the lead pack now. Anna about 13 points behind Clindy in this points championship. Trying to get to Indianapolis with a chance to win her first league title. But not her first title overall. She is the reigning and defending Indy Open Series, the official iRacing Indy Open Series champion from a season ago. So just adding to that championship pedigree for the Deer. He's down the backstretch. As Simpson starts pushing up a little bit, trying to find a hole to slide into. And Albrecht is there. He can't quite slide up in there now. And there's Stouffer. He can't slide up that way. As he slide up now, there he goes. He's going to slide up into that position. So Simpson's back to 7th. Logan Edwards, he was among the leaders until he smacked the wall. And now he's fallen back to 8th. We don't know if that's just by design or he has handling issues. Go ahead.
No, I see, Clay. You know what? I see people. Murphy announced to come into the pit at some point now, actually. 2 people coming to the pit.
Murph, Simpson, Lilac Zier.
I see people losing the car and getting hard to turn in turn 1 and 2. So I think it's good time to come into the pit. Luke Reed also too. Little bit loose on turn 2. So I think it's time. What do you feel that? I think it's time. It doesn't matter about that. You don't want to lose the car and then lose your race like that. So Greg Forza is coming to the pits now. It's better to come in by myself. I don't think I want to come in with somebody next to me, especially in Fontana.
Well, it'd be nice to leave with someone. It's not necessarily wanting to come to pit road with someone. I guess that's the thing there. I know what you're talking about. Anna Klimek gets the bonus points for leading a lap here. So it is, Chris Albrecht must have got loose off the corner and he caught it. But all the technical alliance drivers in the first, second, third, and fourth. OG iRacing says you don't own Taco Bell, you just rent it. Okay. I get what you're talking about. I get what you're putting down. Primetime John Stelter coming to pit road. Scheduled stop for our pull center. Also a bunch of cars coming to pit road behind him. That is Trace Shadid, Clay Kirkenbauer, Chris Demerits. Oh, Trace Shadid, black flag. Speeding on pit road, so it'll be a 40-second hold. Now, fortunate for him, it's early in the race. But this is only a 300-mile race.
He forgot to. It's 55, but he came to the pit. He forgot. He braking, and he forgot to push the button, pit limit. He went to 67, and then he slowed down. He was behind on front to Demerit and next to Clay.
We see this group come off pit road. Butch Davis getting a big run on Clay. Car already coming off pit road, looking to pick up an extra position. They're battling already for position coming off pit road. Right behind him, Brendan Lichtenberg. Right behind them now, there's Jacob Oster. Now, remember, Oster stopped a little early, so he could go a little bit deeper into this run. He had to replace a front wing. And then Chris Demerits. Chad Simpson, purple lap of 2:23.1. Anna Klimek is your leader. She is going long now in this count at 42 laps. Now, the closer she can get to 50, that makes it a little bit more of a two-stop strategy. But she's coming to pit road now. Indy coming to pit road now. Fortune coming to pit road now. Kabaweezy coming to pit road. Everybody's coming to pit road. It is a pit road party right here. As we see, Caleb Brashear gets right up next to Gary Lovern. There's a pit road party here at Auto Club Speedway. Mason Mitchum, though, he is going long. He's going to be one of those people like they do in the Hollywood parties here in Hollywood, in SoCal. He's going to be fashionably late. He's going to stay out long and go the longest here on this run. Here he comes off the banking by himself. Jacob Collins also showing up fashionably late in the plain white wrapper. He's coming to pit road. Anna Klimek off pit road on the apron coming up to speed. Can Murphy and Simpson get to her? And they do. They don't quite clear her enough, but not enough to break the draft.
Oh my God. Gary Lovren, exit to the pit. It was pretty good. And I think he released the button before he crossed the cone. So he got a black flag for speeding before to exit of the pit road.
And is this a 40-second hold or a drive-through? I think it's a 40-second hold. We'll see if he makes the turn down to the stall or not. I want to thank Lovern's Inc. For sponsoring today's race. They provide professional services in renovation, remodeling, painting, and mold removal for government, commercial, and residential projects. For a quote to learn more, like them on Facebook or visit their website at loversinc.com today. Link is in the description. And shout out to Tom Lovern, that's Gary's brother, the owner of Lovern's Inc., for being a proud sponsor of multiple races this season here in the Votive Indy Oval Series. They will be sponsoring the next two as we see Gary getting the 40-second hold on pit road. But your leader after the first round of pit stops with a bit of an undercut. Mark Murphy and Chad Simpson are out front. Anna Klimek is in third line, like Zier also came to pit road among those early stoppers. She is in fourth. They are teammates, Klimek and Zier. Then primetime John Stellard, Logan Edwards in sixth, Craig Forsyth in seventh, Chris Stouffer, they're teammates together. Stouffer and Forsyth, they're in seventh and eighth. Casey Povolonis in eighth now. Stouffer back to ninth. And Hamilton Akabawizi back in 10th. That is your top 10 as we got one stint in already. And a lot of these drivers, some of them got closer to that 50-lap mark to try to make it closer to a two-stop. But it looks like everyone's committed for the most part to a three-stop strategy. Those that got closer to lap 50, the more inside of the 40s for that stop, their final stop will be a bit more of a splash and dash. Those that came in earlier, such as Chad and Mark and Lilac, for example, they are going to have a bit longer stops for that third and defining stop here in this 300-mile race. Second of three crown jewel events this season. Anna won at Michigan, running down Alexis Newsom in the closing stages there to get the win in a caution-free race at Michigan. So far, caution-free. And the third crown jewel next week at Indianapolis. But Indianapolis 300, sponsored and presented by Loverns Incorporated.
Oh, no, June 7th.
Oh, that's right, June 7th. I'm sorry, that is in 3 weeks for now, June 7th. That might be a good time to bring up the schedule. There you go. And that's a special start time in 3 weeks at Indianapolis. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Eastern time due to the prime time race at Gateway for the real INDYCAR series. So the final race of the season, 4 p.m. on Sunday, June 7th.
I have to remember that. I have to put in my calendar 4 p.m.
Don't worry, I will remind you.
Yeah. I check in the standing. Sorry, the lineup now with Champ Simpson leading the race, Murphy, blah, blah, blah. And then we see the 11, Hamilton Akabawizi. So 11, 20 spot on the front, and we didn't mention to him. We mentioned to him in the lineup in the grid. Also, Craig Forsyth with 17 and 6, and the only person in the top 10 to did the 10.3 in the box, over the 10 seconds on the box, it was John Stella. So the other people just did one digit, 9 seconds, 8 seconds.
Yeah, sub 10-second stops for everybody in the top 10, sub 10-second stops for everybody except John Stellard, who did 10.3 in the box. That's actually
Murphy
one of the
did
longest stops of the. Actually, John's stop was one of the longest stops of everybody, with the exception of those that had a penalty or had to replace a part on pit road. Actually,
maybe he missed the marks. That's count like a couple tenths over there, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, or 5, or maybe half a second. That's why maybe that. And that is really difficult.
but he's pretty fortunate. He's pretty fortunate if that's the case, that he's still with this lead pack, and he basically effectively has 2 teammates. So the leaders right now, they are 2 technical teammates, Murphy and Simpson. Murphy with IAR, Simpson with Satellite Racing. They're part of the Rogue Satellite Alliance. That's Rogue Racing, Indy Alliance Racing, and Satellite Racing. And then we have, I believe, what they call the Entente, or the Entente, the Entente. I think it's the Entente. Entente is not right, Gary. I'm not good with my Latin, even though I'm Catholic. I'm not good with Latin at all. John Stellard, Anna Klimek, Lilac Zier, they're all part of the Entente. And that is the name of their technical partnership. Craig Forsyth, back in the Forsyth Racing type livery. No relation, in case you're wondering, but he does make that his regular livery, and of course many fine Canadians have driven that livery. And he has a teammate in the top 10 as well, and Chris Stouffer, and that kind of dark green with the lime fluorescent green striping and the white car, the Sim Gaming Expo sponsorship on the side.
Say 18.
Oh, Forsyth in the wall off a 4. A little bit of a kiss. Now, romance movies are big in SoCal, but that's not the type of romance that he wants to be seen on camera with.
Wake up. That's the thing. Ulster in the pit now. The last to...
Yeah, this is a scheduled stop after his unscheduled stop as he slides into the box and misses the marks again. But again, sorry, Jacob. It's been a long weekend for him. He's been in multiple 500s, so I'm sure he's a little tired. He's down and away. And off he goes. Leader right now, Mark Murphy. 3rd in the points, getting some bonus points running the point. Chad Simpson now running the point. He is your rookie of the season, the Ross. Not the Roy, the Ross. Rookie of the season, not the rookie of the year. He is your points leader there. He's getting some points to pad that lead. Primetime John Stellard, best start of the season. On the pole, having one of the best races of the season. Anna Klimek right now looking and gaining points right now on Clindy, who's 2nd in the points. He's back. Oh, there he is in 15th, a little bit further on back. But still, Lewis, not time to panic yet. Everybody's still on the lead lap. He's within touch of everybody. There's no big gaps right now on this race course. Let me show you gaps between cars. As you see, the gaps, the biggest gap is actually between Clindy and Taylor at a half second. So if he gets right back up there, he could kind of hand himself off to the one car to the next car to the next car, kind of claw his way up to the point. But right now he's in 15th, and it's less than 100 to go. But should he be in panicking at this point?
Oh no, you don't have to. It's still like 2 more stops, maybe, or maybe 1.5 stop to go, and everything can happen. And you know what is again. 30 to go is when everyone is going to get nervous, and then you're going to see in some point Lichtenberg, the Merit on front, and then you're going to see Clendy again back on the front. It's 15 now, so it's a lot to go. One caution could be changing everything, even can help Ulster to come back in the field. But that's a lot to go. I don't think you have to panic. The only panic is just make the turns and don't get like a tire, because if you know, when you're turning so much laps without action, you feel like the wall is getting more close to you, and
Right.
your vision is getting. So that's happened for Craig at some point, but no panic. I think it's a lot to go in this race.
Today's second running of the Votive California 300 is presented to you by Lovrens Incorporated. Lovrens provides professional renovation and remodeling, painting, and mold removal for government, commercial, and residential projects. For a quote to learn more, like them on Facebook. You can follow their website at loverensinc.com today. Link is in the description. And if you are just joining us, it's P1's coverage of the Votive Indy Oval Series, coming to you from Auto Club Speedway in Fontana for the second running of the California 300, presented by Lovrens Inc. We've now completed 62 of 150 laps. If you're enjoying the coverage of tonight's race, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race. The next race for us here on P1 will be our Monday night open wheel doubleheader. Speaking of Murph in the first position, and he will bring you race 1. That starts at 8 p.m. with the Indy Open Series, followed by race 2 with this guy, Jacob Collins. And also in chat, Sophie Connell. Sophie and Jacob are our commentary team for our Indy Next Road Series top split on Monday nights. So if you like open wheel road racing, then check out Monday nights with Murph and Jacob, and then Jacob and Sophie. Starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on P1. Logan Edwards back to the point, so I don't think Logan is any worse for wear from smacking the wall a little bit earlier in this race. Him and John seem to be okay. If anything, they narrowed that car up a little bit. Maybe they're running faster. Just knocking a corner.
It used to be.
Oh, we got a car in the wall. That is Chris Albrecht in the wall off of 4 down the main straightaway, and he has a right front wobbling as he's trying desperately to get down to the apron.
Oh, have a contact with Clendy. A dry steal for me, huh? And yellow.
And yellow
Whoa.
on the race course. So we are going yellow. Let's see this again. Clendy and Lilac Zier. Clendy gets right there. No contact, but maybe he has the lift a little bit. Here comes Albrecht on the outside, and a little bit of netcode maybe, and that sends Albrecht up into the wall. And unfortunately, that ends a very good race for the Elite Racing League's Indy 500 former pole sitter.
This is not a yellow flag by iRacing. It's by race control, and I don't think it's nothing dangerous on the track. It's just Chris Albrecht tried to going back to the pit because the wheel damage, but I don't see any hazard on the track with that. So, well,
that is a race steward controlled caution, not an iRacing caution. And either way, the field is under a full course caution, under yellow, at lap 66 of 150. As I suspect everyone's going to come to pit road. They're 26 for the most part, 26 or so laps into this stint. Indy Kirkenbauer at 22 laps in this stint, Akabuizi 22. I think they are among the shortest. Mason Mitchum at 21. I would suspect that all these drivers are going to come to pit road.
And Oster's going to get the wave around.
Yeah,
So
he will get back.
him.
He's going to stay out, and he will get back on the lead lap. And Oster is only 9 laps into this stint, so this has really worked out in his favor.
That's the yellow flag for Oster helped him to come back in 32 position and have some chance for the race. I think this yellow. No, I think it's a lucky dog.
Yeah, I believe Lucky Dogs are enabled for this race. So he gets
Oh,
the
way
wave
better.
around. So Trace Shadid now, he will get the wave around. and so will that is Gary Lovern right there, and the next red car behind. They will both get waiver rounds, the pace car, and they will get a lap back as well. But the lucky dog goes to Jacob Oster, who actually now gets to come around and come to pit road, now on the tail end of the lead lap. The best of both worlds for the Worm Man.
That's a way better strategy. Actually, the panorama for him. But unfortunately for Shadid and Gary, they have a 25 and 20 on the steam, so it's gonna be by 10 more laps.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
They're gonna have to come into the pits.
Yeah, they're another 10, 15 laps probably, and yeah, you're right. They're just kind of hoping for another quick caution so they can come to pit road and get on the same. Nope. Trey Shadid just coming in now. Apparently he just doesn't want the waiver round, I guess, or doesn't think maybe get another opportunity. Or another thing that he is possibly thinking of is he will be still a lap down. He will still be ahead of Lovern, or he's just racing Lovern when he comes off pit road. And if we get another caution, he would be the lucky dog and get back on the lead lap. So maybe he just decides to come to pit road that way. And already getting the wave around is Gary Lovern. There we see him at full speed getting the wave around. So Logan Edwards wins the race off pit road. Mark Murphy second, Chad Simpson third, John Stellard fourth, Chris Stouffer in fifth. Murphy up 19, Chris Stouffer up 17. Told you to watch those drivers when we started reading out their names on the starting lineup. No joking there. Those guys are good. Anna Klimek in sixth. Craig Forsyth up 16 spots in seventh. Akaba Weezy up 23 spots at eighth. Casey Povolonis in ninth. And the prodigy, Andy Kirkenbauer, in 10th. Glindy, there he is. He is back in 14th. Right behind him, one half of the Bass Brothers, Caleb Brashear. Right in front of Glindy, Butch Davis, who had a little bit of scare earlier in the race, but caught it. And he is still in the top 15. Getting ready to go green this time by coming the lap 69 to restart this race. Our only caution of the night. A steward-controlled caution. Due to an incident with Chris Albrecht coming off of turn 4. Green flag is out, and we're back underway.
Yeah, Cordion, the back on the field. My God. Oof. Was kind of scary. Also, it was Jacobs around too close up there. But yeah, that's the only scary about to have a big field in this track. An accordion in between the guys on 20th to the back of the field. We can have an incident.
Andrew Marquez in a battle with Shane Dugan. Dugan down low, and he's just getting a draft train by him on the high side. Here comes Durazo. Here comes Campbell. He'll have to get back in line. Mason Mitchum down low under Chris Demerits. Brendan Lichtenberg. Oh, we got contact on the backstretch, and we got a wreck in turn 3. It is Campbell and Dugan. And there's that early caution that we were talking about that Trey Shadid would want. And let's see what happens here.
Bill, what a weird whip. It's so weird.
Did we have a mechanical?
No, he just turned it by himself. I don't know. It's not mechanical. It's just computer lag out, he said. So it's a mechanical by the PC.
See, and there you see what happens. And unfortunately, Dugan is innocently collected here. If this was a mechanical. And that's what we call, in case you're wondering what a mechanical is we kind of call mechanicals when your wheel does a disconnect, when your internet connection does a disconnect, your computer decides it wants to download Windows updates right now, your VR headset goes out. we don't suffer a lot of blown engines and clutches that go bad on these cars or any random part failures like you do in real racing. So that's kind of what we call a mechanical in sim racing. And wow, we're back under caution, and that really then helps out Trey Shadid, who is going to probably get the lucky dog here, I believe. But a whole bunch of people coming to pit road to go off strategy. Early on pit road, Mason Mitchum, Marquez, Caleb Bashir, Chris Demerit, Matt Taylor. A lot of the I5G guys that were a little bit further on back going off script. So I5G casting a wide net out there, Lewis. They're going on split strategies. They have cars that are involved up at the front that are going to stay on the prime strategy, and now they have drivers further on back that if we go caution free to the end, might have a shot here with maybe not making that final stop or making a shorter final stop. I think it's going to be a shorter final stop is what it's ultimately going to be. I don't think they'll be able to
it have to be
a
splash for all these people, like Edwards until 18 with Luke Reed. The other people is just one more stop and that's it. But also, what if we have another caution on that before the final stop? But all these people need to one splash to finish the race. But yeah, very good strategy. I think it's really different strategy we'll see. If I Murphy, I stay out for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. He need to win. He need to finish the top 3 or top 5, at least. But when you don't have nothing to lose, what if you can play over there like Marquez, Forson, or Durazo, or even Oster? Actually, he pitted in also too with 4 stop.
Coker and Reed come to pit road for a last splash of the tank to make sure they're fully topped off so they can go a little bit further than everyone else on this stint, maybe another lap or so. There we see Trey Shadid now back on the lead lap as he rejoins the back end of the field. We're going to go green this time by. The lap are coming actually now to 77 to go when we go green. Now we saw some of these drivers at 78 to go. We divide that by 2. That's 39 laps. We saw some drivers get close to that number. Maybe they could split this in half and just pit with 30 or 40 to go, and they'll be good to go to the end. Pace car getting ready to leave. Field under the command of Logan Edwards, the GOAT, as JT Smeaton says. Here comes Mark Murphy, Chad Simpson, John Steller, Chris Stouffer, your top 5. A lot of IndyCar experience there in that top 5. Seasoned drivers in the sim. Edwards takes that field down into turns 1 and 2. Here comes Murph with a big run off the corner. He's going to take a shot at him going into 3. Look at the draft work on these cars. Murph, is he going to bide his time, or does he want to take a stab at it? Nope, he's going to bide his time. No emergency to run this now. But here comes Chris Stouffer on the high side of Chad Simpson and moves Stouffer now up in the third, and he wants second. He goes to the bottom. He wants first. He goes from 4th to 1st on the whole front straightaway, and he is now your new leader. But now I got to wonder how easy that looked, Lewis. Are we getting into possibly some fuel saving and some fuel conservation up front? And they're like, we all know we all have to stop again. There's no point in leading.
Oh, you know what is happening on Friday night when we said Drake is going to win the race with 1 stop left. And then we figured out, nope, he didn't win. And on the end, Blocker won the race. But we always thought there's something with Littenberg 223.2 fastest lap.
4 wide almost. Oh,
that's, my God, I just checking the front, and then I don't see Anna Klemek and Stella over there also side by side. But, you know, the strategy they have is way different than what we think. So we have to wait until the end, because one more yellow, it could be coming all these people to the pit and top and have a different strategy once again.
Butch Davis around Hamilton. Move him up a position, and he wants the low side over Zier. Zier in the draft will be able to pull now. Look at the Indy dipping down low. He's going to go 3 wide with Klimek and Stellard. Those are all teammates. And Indy, just using the bottom, goes 4 wide, 3 wide through the corner, and he picks up 4 spots.
That is difficult to do it. Well, even with the 11 laps and the 3 wide. Oh, Stella and Wall. Pretty nice move on Indy. Really, pretty nice.
That was a full send for Indy, and now he's up to 3rd. Now we're watching a side-by-side battle with Anna down low, and primetime John Stellard up high. You got to give teammate or no teammate, you got to give the guy room, and she did barely.
Oh, Greg Forsyth, look at that.
Greg Forsyth, that was a pretty aggressive move for him. We don't see that very often with Craig. Greg does pretty well at these 2-mile super speedway tracks. He has a win in the Elite Racing League at Michigan. Also a win at Michigan in the old Revolution Indy League. The old RIL. So he has a lot of good luck here at these type of tracks, even though we're at Auto Club. Here he goes to the point.
He won one race on the, I think he won one race on the Lionheart. I think was
Speed. I thought it was Speedway at Homestead.
Homestead could be the same.
I think it was. I think it was Speedway. It was a Speedway series at Homestead, and the reason I remember that, and people are like, Gary, how the hell do you remember that? Is we were his team, my team, and another team were all working together that race. So I remember just being on the same radio. So if I wasn't there, I probably wouldn't remember it. I remember your win just because for about a quarter of the race, you followed me and got fuel off me. That's what you did.
I don't know. I just looking for people. Oh, some change.
Oh, Butch Davis.
Change. That's getting tense now. 4 wide on the front.
Oh, Murphy in the middle. Contact baggy wheels. Oh, and how they get out of that without wrecking, I don't know. Everyone behind it saw it because you saw them backing off. And you know they're backing off because Clinty, still with a head full of steam, he just storms his way past everybody who lifted. He now picks up those positions, and he's now up with Anna Klimek in 7th.
Man, if you're looking for stay alive for the championship, I don't want to do that for sure, but he did, and he did with Anna Klimek next to, and behind is Clendy. So, oh my God.
And that could have gone so bad because Klimek is coming in from New Zealand.
Oh yeah.
And we know that Murph has bad pings every now and then. I think they're better now since he's got a new modem, but you never know. And that could have gone bad on any number of levels, and they made it through. So a lot about their driving skill and the fact that all they did was bang wheels. I think everybody in that group at least had to get a 0x. Oh, Clay Kirkenbauer to the bottom. I think he was taking an evasive maneuver. Now he's stuck on the inside. So they go 3 wide. They're 3 wide behind him with Casey Pahutsky involved there. Look at that, 5 different lines through the corner. And it to the inside of Stouffer. Pahutsky and Durazo side by side. The cat up high. And look who's in 18th spot, Lewis. Look who's in 17th spot now.
Now Christopher De Merit is in there with 15th spot. I think, oh my.
With Jacob Oster. Jacob Oster's now up to 15th. just by a couple of laps. He was at 18th when I started reading that, and then he passed a couple of people. Oh, here comes Demerit to the inside.
Little bit bad draft on the Durazo on the Akabwesi. I think it was with Akabwesi, yes. But the 66 to go is getting a little bit like a smelling to the last stint and the best spot for the finish of the race. So I think all these people looking for that, and that's why Demerit and also Oster start to pull to the front, and also even Clendy. Now Clendy being in the middle pack for almost entire race. Almost, I said, because we are 65 to go, and now he is in top 10, top 8, and we can think about it. I think it's all of these guys start to looking for a good seat for the final stint.
Oh, car the wall! I think that might have been Casey Povolones, but you're right. Clendy is now worked his way and has now caught and passed Anna Klimek.
And almost have a contact Oster with I think it was with Clay on turn 4.
There was somebody up in the gray, 2, 3, and 4 that was possibly up into the wall. Not sure who that was. Clendy and Klimek battling again back down the backstretch. Let's ride with Clendy. Everybody getting, this is the whole draft train right here. We'll watch everybody spread out. Different lines. Different line, different line, different line. Different line. and there's no place for Clendy to go there. Everybody in front of him was in front of him, so he's just getting all sorts of dirty air on those front wings. He had to lift a little bit and drop the gear. He goes to the inside of Simpson, trying to go for 2 for 1 in the corner. Stouffer up high. Fortunately, down there, just doesn't have the momentum or the aid of the draft, and there goes Simpson. But he gets the draft, and he uses the hybrid, and look at the train! 3, 4 spots up to P4 and into turn 1. But just used up all that momentum, though. 5, 6 different lines. You see them just fan out going through the corner.
We still, all these people need to come in one more stop. So, I don't know, look like we are 10 to go. And doesn't look like Hamilton and Kabwesi side by side in SPEEDWAY.
You're right. Everyone here in this group has stopped at lap 66. The next, that B strategy that I don't know how much is going to pay off is led by Tristan Fortson, who is 5. They only did 5 laps before they went under caution again. So Fortson at 19 laps, everyone else at 24. Fortson led that group with Haisong. Who else was all in that group? Who stopped at 71? Demerit, Durazo. Tristan Fortson was in that group. Oster, Brashear. So if they could save a little bit, but you're thinking 10 to go for the main group, the second group could go another 5 laps. It's literally going to be a splash at the end. It's going to be a stop and go.
Actually, that's what you don't want to. That's why the people with 20 laps, like Demerit, and Demerit is the leader. Actually, Tristan Fortson is the leader of the Stradio B. And I think you need to just coming in about 18 laps, I think, maybe gonna set. And good to go to the end. Maybe, I guess. All depends on how much he can save it in this team, but look like nobody is saving fuel. Is just looking for the seat to the last shootout, or maybe the last stint of the race, when we're gonna go for 35 or 20 to go.
Everyone's looking for a seat at the table in that lead group. They could be a run for the win here at the very end. We've had 18 different winners over 32 races, over 3 3/4 seasons here of the Votive Indy Oval Series. The last first-time winner was last race, Matt Taylor at Phoenix. Jacob Oster was also first-time winner at Chicagoland. Chad Simpson, first-time winner at Charlotte. Mason Mitchum was a first-time winner at last race of Season 3. So we have a lot of first-time winners here. Remember, we also have a lot of different winners in different races. There was the season last season where we went 7 for 7 and 8 for 8 to start the season before we finally got a repeat winner.
The way they moving around doesn't look like the last team. To be honest, look like different thing, man. Look like they going for the race, and that is doesn't make sense actually. It's like you want to come into the pit and then going for everything. But yeah, the Marie is 19 now. That's kind of weird because
well, Tristan Fortson's that lead driver in that other group who stopped at lap 71. He's now in 8th spot. There he is on the high side, right behind Butch Davis.
Durazo Brazil almost have a contact in turn 4.
Durazo was in the middle there. Yeah, Durazo in the middle, just trying to hold his line and be predictable. On the high side of him, I mean, he has Team I5G and former Team I5G.
You see the top 10. Everyone win one position. From 1 to 21 spot with Hamid Al-Kwawesi in top 10.
Yeah, all of Kirkenbauer's up 1 spot, Logan Edwards up 4, Klimek up 1, but then we get Murphy up 17, Clindy up 11, Butch Davis up 12, Tristan Fortson up 13, Akabawizi up 13, Craig Forsyth up 14, and Chris Stouffer up 12. And for many of those drivers, they were higher than that earlier in the race.
Yeah, John Stella kind of. Actually, the poleman is 20th. In the strategy A, or 32 laps in the stint.
Yeah, he pitted at 66.
No, I think everyone started to. It's actually, nobody's standing close to each other. Oh my God. Butch Davis. See, almost, I don't know how Tristan Forson came for that space and make the pass on Butch Davis and turn 4 and take one spot in 6.
Fortson, former winner here in the series at Michigan, the sister track to Auto Club. Butch Davis, probably a sim racer upwards of 30 years. He's been about doing sim racing as long as I've been doing sim racing. I believe he was doing sim racing back with the old INDYCAR Racing 1 and 2 simulators by Papyrus, the granddaddy simulator of everything you see here on iRacing. He's been involved that long, and he is looking for his first win in the series. But he is a very seasoned driver in league and official iRacing competition. And I would not be surprised if he does get a win here tonight. But your leader is Kirkenbauer. Clindy now up to 4th. Next round of pit stops should be coming up here very shortly because we're already 35 laps into this stint for many of these drivers. And they will be looking at probably about their final stop, but they got to save a little bit. They get it closer to the 40s, it would help.
Yeah, they are around 10 more laps, 9 more laps for all of this. Man, everyone is 36. I think they need to splash anyways. The way they're driving in here, that's why they don't see maybe Oster doing some stuff. It's just still in 16, save fuel, or even Demerit over there, save fuel in 19.
Well, we know Demerit's back there saving fuel. We know that for a fact.
Yeah.
It's just he's just been hanging out back there. I don't know how much fuel saving Fortune's done, even though he is the lead car on that strategy. He might have been full burn just to work his way up there.
So Andy is in critical condition because it's 37. We have 47. It is short for sure by 5 or 6 laps of fuel. And Logan Edwards is like, nope, just you pull, you do your stuff. I don't want to make you pass. And it's easy way. Same for Murphy. And even Clendy. Clendy went from 15 at some point, 20, and now is in 4th. And at least make the job done for the standing. Anna Clemming in 6th, so it's pretty good also too.
Let's ride with Chris Demerit as we hear him lifting a little bit. Dropping a gear and lifting a little bit. In turns 1 and 3. Pay attention to the throttle inputs. Those are just rough estimations, by the way, and his overall speed. He's in the draft. Yeah, he definitely lifted there. The throttle inputs were completely off.
He's saving fuel, sure. He's behind Ulster. They don't want to make the pass. If you make the pass, you're burning more fuel. So it is safe. It doesn't look like they're still fast in the track. But because the draft, they make you going fast, but the throttle is different thing.
Yeah, he's just really trying to stay behind someone right now, and he's doing a good job. This guy has won everything there is to win here on iRacing for the Indy cars. Official 500s, league races, you name it. Fixed Series champion, you're right.
I don't know if it's Oval Series. Don't know, but he was maybe.
No, he's not Oval. Well, if you count the Oval, if you count the Fixed Series when it was more ovals than anything, and then you connect that lineage to the Oval Series, then he would be a former Oval Series champion. He gets the pass on Jacob Oster, his former teammate. I count the Fixed Series before it went to what it is more of a sprint series. Here comes his teammate, Matt Taylor. I count the Fixed Series, the former Fixed Series as the lineage into the Oval Series. Meanwhile, up front, Logan Edwards, one of the other Team I5G cars, now runs back to the point. Clendy in second, 42 to go. Indy Kirkenbauer, in second. Murphy in third. Fortson in fourth. Akabuwizi now in fifth. Then Clendy in sixth.
Logan calling for pits now.
This is going to be right at the edge. He is at 43 now, so he should be able to get to the end then with his last stop.
We are 40 to go. Last time by even Andy's coming to the pits too. They can do it actually, but they need to still save fuel to the end, just for secure something on the final stage.
So Indy Kirkenbauer, the prodigy, coming to pit road. Logan Edwards coming to pit road. Logan, former winner in the Elite Racing League at Portland, former winner in Formula Indy Series at Homestead. Now driving for one of the biggest, one of the oldest big super teams in all of iRacing for Indy cars, Team I5G. The I5G stands for Indy 500 Group. And he is down and away, looking to add another win to their trophy booth, to their trophies, to their trophy cabinet, I guess. Matt Taylor won the last race here in Votive, and he's a Team I5G driver at Phoenix. And also,
a lot of people call it to the pit.
Also, Alexis Newsom is a Team I5G driver, and she won earlier this season. Mark Murphy coming to pit road, right with Anna Klimek and Chris Stouffer. Final stop for both of these. Butch Davis, black flag, coming to pit road, coming off of pit road, sorry.
Oh, no.
And he is going to have to do a return to the pits and a 40-second hold for speeding.
How is he speeding? 55. It's the same. I think it's the same. He's about. Oh no! He just released the button before cross the line. Yeah, he even close to the line. He wasn't 58. So, unfortunately for him, bad day for Butch Davis.
Gabuizi out long here. He's 47 laps into this stint. He pitted last on lap 66. Justin Fortson pitted on the lap 71, and that whole group that lap stopped on 71 now starting to come up through the order. But here comes Fortson now. In fact, everybody coming to pit road. Taylor, Durazo, Marquez. Oster staying out. Durazo coming to pit road. Demerit coming to pit road. So, Demerit speeding on pit road.
Oh.
Mason Mitchum pitted on lap 71. He's going long. Oster going long. Collins going long. Tedesco going long. They all pitted on 71. And then the first car that pitted, as we see, it would have been Andrew Marquez, but he's on pit road. But here come everybody at full chat.
They're on the wall, I heard. Somebody's on the wall. And Craig Forsyth said that. There's so many changes, I cannot find it, Craig Forsyth.
There's Craig. He's not in the wall, obviously, but something happened around him where he heard crunching. And Mason Mitchum still needs to come to pit road, but he's going to stay out and go as long as possible. Same thing with Jacob Oster, but they're coming to pit road now. They can't go any longer. 35 to go, so they're going to come to pit road for their final stops. Jacob Collins, same thing.
I found it. Gary Lovner hit the wall. I didn't have a contact with Claude Brashear. Brashear hit him, and Gary is on the wall. But iRacing forgive him, but damage on the side pod.
Today's second running of the Votive California 300 is presented to you by Lovern Incorporated. Lovern's provides professional services in renovation, remodeling, painting, and mold removal for government, commercial, and residential projects. For a quote to learn more, like them on Facebook. You can visit their website at lovernsinc.com today. All the links you need, including everything that are social media, is in the description. Just go to the website. I want to thank them for sponsoring today's race and our next race at Indianapolis. Remember, our next race here in the Votive Indy Oval Series is Championship Sunday, June 7th, and a special start time of 4 p.m. Eastern Time as we will decide a champion at Indianapolis for the Votive Indy 300, presented to you by Loverns Incorporated. Don't miss it, June 7th. For our final race of the season. Watching a battle now between Edwards, Kirkenbauer, and Murphy. Clindy now very close to the battle, bringing with him Anna Klimek, our 2 points protagonists. And actually, once they get the Murphy, all top 3 of the points will be all together, and it's going to be a matter of time before Clindy gets there with Anna.
Actually, yeah, the championship is going to be alive if Murphy wins the race today. For sure, it's going to be a long interview for him, but it's going to be because he's going to be happy. But the championship after brunch time is going to be on 4 p.m. June 7th. Going to be really, really excited that day. Once again, back to Indianapolis, but pretty excited. I think Murphy needs to put need to mark the position. This is my spot. I don't want to release it now. Clint is coming. for, oh my God, Glendy and Mark.
Oh, yeah, there's no love lost there. And once again, if you're just joining us, you are watching P1's coverage of round 8 of 9 of the Votive Indy Oval Series, coming to you from Auto Club Speedway in Fontana for the second running of the Votive California 300 presented by Loverns Inc. We're currently right now, Clindy, your points leader in 3, looking for his 3rd series championship. He's won the last 2. Currently is your leader with 30 laps to go. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race. The next race for us again will be in 3 weeks for Championship Sunday, June 7th, with a special start time of 4 p.m. Eastern time for round 9 of the championship. The team's drivers head to Indianapolis for the 4th running of the Votive Indy 300 presented by Loverns Inc. So who will win the championship? Can Clindy go back to back to back? Or Anna Klimek stop the three-peat? Tune in to find out. If you're liking what you're seeing tonight, then you won't want to miss all the action when Votive returns in June right here on P1. Tristan Fortson sends it on the outside.
Yeah, oof, Andy went kind of back on the wheel, on the... yeah, I think this is the time about the... it's going to get everybody nervous. Anna Klimek need to come into the front. And
Stouffer licks the thread and finds the hole in the eye of the needle, and he goes to the front. And I don't know if Murph and Clindy were expecting Stouffer to ride up the middle and do that, but Stouffer now gets the lead.
And also coming, I think Fortson is going to come in soon to take the lead, but Clindy taking it back in turn 3. No, it's first Fortson.
Fortson down to the bottom, 3 wide at the line. Stouffer in the up top, Clindy in the middle. Fortson decides to pull up to the front. He is now your leader. Clindy still second. He fades a little high on Stouffer. Down low underneath Stouffer is Edwards. We got Murph, Klimek, Matt Taylor now. He is up 11 spots to 6. Anna Klimek back to 7th. Indy Kirkenbauer fallen to 8th a little bit, but he'll be back in this battle. Casey Pavlonis, he has fallen down in the order, but he is now starting to move forward. And here's a name that you said that you expected to be here towards the end. Brendan Lichtenberg, the Hyperstar, up 17 spots to P10.
Yeah, actually, I'm really curious with 26 to go. Ostersen and 15 now. Battle with Marquez and for the 14th spot. So it's about the time. Maybe we want to expect him in 50-10 to go, be around top 10, and they're going to be a big names over there. I don't know why Hamilton Aquaways is very far. Actually, it's very far. 4 seconds with Jacob Collins in the second group. So I think that group is out of the contender if we have a yellow flag around.
Yeah, and we could bring up, show you gaps. This is right now, I mean, this is the top 20s basically all together. The last car in that group is Shane Coker, the host with the most. But if we look out the back of Shane's car, in the distance, you're going to see a couple of specks come around the corner here. And there they are right there. That is the distance between, and that's 5 seconds. So that second group is desperately wanting a caution. And I would imagine as we get now closer to 20 to go, as Matt Taylor storms to the front down low into turns 1 and 2, I would imagine we get closer to that magic 20 to go number that you always talk about here, Lewis, that those guys that are further on back, the guys and gals that are further back in 20th spot, they're going to start moving their way forward.
Yeah, I think it's going to get difficult because...
Durazo in the wall.
Oof. You need a lot of time to, and also the time is going out for all these guys on 20. But I think, like I said, it's 20 to go. Oster is in top 10. and is gonna go on the front for wins the race. You know, Oster is one of the guys always be in the closest and the photo finish, and it's not gonna be exception today in Fontana.
Remember his win earlier this season. He had a win earlier this season at Chicagoland Speedway. Was a statistical tie to 3 decimal spots. But he won by, we think, at least 1/10,000th of a second.
Oof. I don't know how much is that, but that's
so,
that's a
okay.
race.
So that's 0. Okay, here's tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. So tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. So we think it's 0.001 at a minimum, of course. It could be 0.0009, I guess.
Thinking about iRacing, even find out in some point, you cannot give you the win for 2 people. You have to give you a win for somebody, and sure, that's a 1 in 100 races. You never see that.
More than 1 in 100. That's a very rare. I mean, I would say that's probably more rare than us probably seeing a caution-free race in Indianapolis, and we've seen 2 of those. So Jacob Oster 3 wide. He gets the spot on Logan, but pulls alongside Indy, and he tucks back in line. So we got someone in chat calling Clindy the IndyCar GOAT. I've seen some. Oh, and there goes Clindy, the pink goat on the outside with Matt Taylor, the master of Richmond. And Phoenix. He won earlier, a race ago at Phoenix. His debut win for the Team I5G that he's on now.
I think that let's put it on the table.
Oh, Jacob Oster again on the high side, and almost happened what happened with Clay, Indy's father. Almost happened again that time with Indy, but Indy gave him a lot of room. Oster there now, 17 to go, still plenty of time.
Yeah, I told you. Oh, look at that spot he found it. So that's the good thing when you decide your spot.
Oh, he gets the wall again. He is loving that high line. Now he goes to the bottom, and Fortson's down there. Now we go 3-1 all the way down to the bottom of the white line, bottom groove, and he goes to the point. Jacob Oster at 1 point came to pit road to put very early in this race to put a new nose on, went a lap down, got back on the lead lap, and now is leading here at California in the late stages with 16 to go. What a comeback!
I told you in a lap, maybe in 15 to go, is going to come in on the front, and it is leading the race. I think now it's still a lot of time to decide which position you're going to save. You're going to take it for the final stage, but at least he did the hard thing. Be on the front, and now he's in one of the guys to win the race today.
Now he would have got. If we didn't have the lucky dog, he benefited from getting back on the lead lap by the lucky dog, which that is probably one of the few NASCAR gimmicks that I don't mind when it comes to, when real racing, I don't like it at all. But when it comes to league racing here on computers with the simulation and everything, I don't mind it because net codes happen, and this gives someone another chance. But he would have got the wave around anyways, but what the lucky dog allowed him to do was pass the pace car and come to pit road immediately as Fortson fades to the top to try to fade a little bit on Oster. Oster riding up on the high side again, up on the cushion. Not being able to pull that pass off this time, Fortson down low, but it allowed Oster to get the wave around early enough to come to pit road and kind of get back in sync with everybody and be on the same lap as everyone else and then be on the same pit strategy.
Yeah, I don't mind actually to the lucky dog. It's a good thing about NASCAR.
Now,
it's
real racing,
I
I don't like it in real racing. But I mean, he would have, even if we didn't have the lucky dog enabled here, he would have got the INDYCAR wave around. But he wouldn't have been able to come to pit road. But I mean, there was a quick caution after that anyway, so he would have been able to get back on sync anyway. So, I mean, either way, he would have got back on the lead lap.
That's the other thing I like about the lead racing when we don't have lucky dog, but the guy do the wave around, they can come back to the pits and refuel and stock and change the tires. So that's because somebody hit the wall.
Stouffer in the grass. He got loose off the corner. Trying to get back on the tarmac. Now he's on the apron. Now he has dirty tires, and you see him kicking up debris. What happened? Did he just get loose coming off the corner? Let's see.
Oh, he's gonna lose the car.
Oh, he smacks the wall, and he just counters the turn, and
oh no,
he did a great job by not spinning out in the tri-oval area.
Nice. He just.
But he's coming to pit road. He doesn't have a meatball flag. Butch Davis has a meatball flag. Then let's see what happened to him.
What was it the incident in the? Oh, good question. I don't know how.
But Stouffer, apparently, he has retired the car. So that is one of the early contenders now out of this race with 10 to go. Matt Taylor to the point. Jacob Oster in second. Mark Murphy third. Tristan Fortson now third. Murphy back to fourth. Clindy in fifth. And Clindy, the biggest job for Clindy right now, if he doesn't win this race, is just stay ahead of Anna. And that's kind of right where he is right now he's just biding his time. And I still think with 9 to go, it's still too early to make your move.
Still early. I think 5 to go. You know what? It's unpredictable because you don't know if they choose the point, you're done. So I think Matt Taylor now go to the point. And Oster going to make the move soon, and Matt Taylor start to choose actually down to the apron. I think you know what, it's hard. I think the second line is the OP so far because look at that, Matt Taylor went high and lose a lot of momentum on the car, and he can make lose a couple positions. So the only problem about getting close to the second and first line. The guy coming close to the apron could touch you and have a massive wreck in all the field. So 8-7 to go with Austin leading.
I want to thank Lovers Inc. for sponsoring today's race contact with Clindy. Oh, and he goes airborne. Oh, my goodness. And that is with a coaster, and that is going to have championship implications. And we're going to end this race with a late race sprint.
Oh, no. Oh no. This is gonna be a big implication to Clindy with the stewards. Oh no, this is the second incident for him. And also Hamilton Akawesi, we have a meatball flag also too.
We're gonna watch this again in slow motion, and we'll actually do the blimp view. And we don't know necessarily what happened, but we're going to analyze this as best we can. There we see Taylor. Clindy gets a big run, and I think he tries to shoot the middle. I don't know what happens there. I don't know what he just got a big run. Fortson got into it, but made a net code through it.
You know what? Clindy thought. Oh, okay. I don't want to read that, but you know what? Clindy have the momentum. He is 234, 235 miles per hour. He thought he's gonna have a space in between Clindy and Matt Taylor, but both of them they get close. And Matt Taylor, Oster choose his position, and Matt Taylor didn't approach to going too low. So I think this moment, I want to tell you, it is Clindy's fault. Because the way he actually is net code, a little bit net code in between. Yeah, actually net code in between, and then yeah, also between net code and the high speed, make all that.
We'll speed it up here a little bit.
Actually,
Get back. I'm not sure what happened to Akabuwizi, but he had a black meatball flag.
Oh, what a moment for let me tell you, what a moment for Murphy. What a chance for Anna Klemek to make the championship more tight for Indianapolis.
And what an incident in turn one. Championship implications. And now we are going to sprint it out here for the end. We'll probably go green. We're at 5 to go now. Lights are still on the pace car. Probably do a natural green-white checker, I believe.
I don't know why Hamilton is...
Yeah, I don't know why Hamilton has a meatball flag, but he has got it addressed. He no longer has the meatball flag.
Can be flat tire because at some point in turn one, he went down to the apron. Sorry, we went down to turn one, and he like a loose. Sorry, turn one and turn in the close to the apron. Sorry, and line one to make the turn two, and he literally lose the car. So I think it's a flat tire. You want to have flat tire, you have a meatball flag.
The monster of all mechanicals, Butch Davis checking in from the infield care center, fighting a flooded basement, and a pipe popped right as I was exiting my pit stall and had the bail. That's my luck for this season. So hopefully it's not too big of a mess. And you get that taken up. Rick checking in and chat as well. Too much momentum misjudged. Happens. Yes, I've seen it happen to more than one person, and yeah, and it happens to the best of me. You're right. Let's see. That's it for chat, but we're going green next time by with 3 to go. So it looks like we're going to get a natural green-white checker. Mark Murphy is dropped. Mark Murphy has DC'd, and he's falling through the order right now. And he's back. Oh, whoa. Talk about... Let's just make it through this next 4 laps without anything more happening to the championship implications. But right now, your championship points leader is going to be classified in 27th position. He is retired and done. Oster is on pit road, but he is more than likely done as well. We're going to go green with 3 to go. It is going to be Taylor, Murph. Hopefully his connection can hold out. Tristan Fortson with that alternate strategy. It's got him as a player now here late in this race. Remember, he won at the sister track a couple seasons ago at Michigan here in Votive. Logan Edwards, who's been up in front all day today, and Anna Klemek looking to capitalize on the misfortune of Clindy to become your new points leader to leave this place going into the final round of the season. But Murphy, you're right, needs a win to capitalize the most, and will he push the issue and throw an all send? We go green flag, big jump by Taylor, but that's just going to allow Murphy to get a big run on him. That snake happens down the front stretch. 3 to go. Taylor, Murph, Fortson, Edwards, Klimek into turn 1 to decide this race here at Auto Club Speedway for the California 300 presented by Lovers Inc. Down the backstretch. Looks like Taylor goes to the inside. He guards that white line. Here comes the high side. Murphy goes on the high side. Now Murphy has won races before in the late stages of tracks like this before. He beat Michele Constantini a couple of years ago at Michigan in a very high high strength of field top split race to help himself clinch the Indy Fixed Series championship. Now can he forward all of that experience one more time to try to get another win here to the high side? 2 to go over Matt Taylor, who has just as much experience. To the inside, he fades across the nose. Murph gets the lead. He does a weave down the backstretch. Taylor tries to fit the nose to the inside, coming to the white flag. Here comes Logan. And Tristan Fortson in the top 4 altogether, going in the 1. 3 wide. Logan up top. Murph down low. Taylor in the middle. Murph clears. He starts fading up the racetrack. That pushes Taylor up the racetrack in front of in front of Logan Edwards. Edwards threading the needle to the top. Here comes, making an extra lane for himself. Fortune, returning for home. Checkered flag is out. Photo finish yet again here at Auto Club Speedway. Down to the bottom, and it's going to be Logan Edwards at the line.
Oh my God.
No, wait a minute. It is Matt Taylor by 9 thousandths of a second.
Mark Murphy finished 4th. Jeez, man, I think I have a big chance.
I think Tristan Fortin pushed Taylor to the line.
I think already. I can tell you. I think Matt Taylor already won the race, but well, unfortunately, it was a big incident. But man, what a finish! We talking about the 1800 and now 9,000 of a second, and pretty good win for Matt Taylor from 17 to win the race.
If I can slow this down even more.
You know what is funny? Matt Taylor tried to pull the car. He can't. He's so much damage.
Now we got to search for a good camera angle just so we can leave it at that. Let me see here. Let me just cycle through what we got here. That's about as close as we're going to get, actually, yeah.
You're right. You're right about Matt. Try to force him giving the victory to Matt Taylor, because I can see Logan Edwards winning the race, and then some point Matt.
Yeah, that's right there. That's gonna be it. Yeah.
Force him give it to the touch, and the car make the victory by nose. That's
by the tip of the nose. 9 thousandths is what we're 9 thousandths of a second is what we, that's 0.009. 9 thousandths of a second is what the official margin of victory is, and let's show you that, and then we're going to talk to these drivers here. And there you see it. Matt Taylor, second win in a row here in Votive. Logan Edwards second. Tristan Fortune third. Mark Murphy fourth. Klimek fifth. And Murph, I think, is going to maybe survive to the next round. We'll see. We'll wait for the points to come out. Klimek is going to inherit the points lead going into the final race of the season. Andy Kirkenbauer is sixth. Casey Povolone is seventh. Durazo, where'd the cat come from? What a finish for the cat. He finishes eighth. Andrew Marquez very quietly. He was not having himself a good race, but he worked his way up to the top 10 here in the closing stages. He comes home ninth. Lilac Zier in 10th. Brendan Liptenberg. We always said, watch for him at the end. There he is on the outside of the top 10, but just right there in 11th, Trace Shadid. He recovers from going a lap down, speeding on pit road. He's in 12th. Clay Kirkenbauer 13th. High Song 14th. Primetime John Stellard. Not the finish he was looking for getting his first pole, but those finishes will come as he continues to get better and better in these cars. He's 15th. Chad Simpson 16th. Hamilton Akabuizi 17th. Forsyth 18th. Jacob Collins and the Plain White Rapper 19th. Luca Tedesco in 20th. Mahutsky 21st. Chris Demerit back to 22nd. Luke Reed 23rd. Caleb Bashir 24th. Shane Coker, host with the most, at 25th. Mason Mitchum 26th. Glindy all the way back to 27th. Oster 28th. Lovern 29th. Stouffer in 30th. And then it's Davis Dugan, Campbell, Albrecht, and Ricky Paz. Possibly answering a DoorDash call. I don't know. I don't know. I hope he's okay. I'm just going off what I read in chat, and I think if I'm reading between the lines, I've made him a DoorDash call. And I don't blame him, but 35th for Ricky Paz.
In between you catch the replays and stuff. It's a big question. Who's going to be the driver of the day? Because, well, he cannot be the top three because he already have the glory to be on the big part of the big time to be on the booth and talking about the race and stuff. But Murphy could be because of 17. But also is Daniel Durazo, the cat with the 18 spots. So I think must to be Daniel Durazo with 18 spots in 8th position. The driver of the day, he started in 26th. So that's going to be the driver of the day. And Murphy, at least they have the good thing to survive one more day, actually 3 weeks for the championship.
All right.
So I'll let you know.
All right. We got Tristan Fortson here, I believe, in chat here momentarily. And there he is. So we will cue the music out and bring him in to talk with him. And here he is finishing third today, Tristan Fortson. I guess the first question is really that was kind of a pit strategy that kind of got you in the running, and then a caution then synced you guys all back up at the right time. So talk about them, first of all, before talking about the finish and your push assist there to Taylor at the end, making the decision to come to pit road with that quick back-to-back caution we had there to give yourself a little bit of a buffer, and then the push you did to work your way up through the field to get among the leaders. So when the next caution came out, you were kind of up in sync with them, and that was less track position that you had to recover.
Yeah, I had a really fun time tonight ripping the fence. Just get your right side tires up there in that top groove and make passes. Especially in map 5, you just got to keep that momentum up every straightaway. And yeah, pitting to get that extra gas there helped a lot. We were able to go full blast after the green flag stop because of that couple extra drops we got when we topped off.
Was it really that close? I mean, it was only 5 laps difference between the cautions. Was it kind of really that close that the 5 laps made the difference in terms of fuel, allowing you to do full chat while everyone else had to tune it down a little bit?
Yeah, so full blast and clean air was 36 laps if you were in map 1, and I was able to get to exactly lap 114, which gave me full blast to the end.
Math doesn't lie. We'll talk about that final lap. Again, trying to make that high side work, and then coming to the checkered flag. Did you have anything to get the possible win there, or was the hybrid all used up and then just trying to draft your way up? Talk about that coming to the checker in the last lap.
Yeah, I got slingshot and got exactly a car width to go between, but then if I had held it straighter, I probably would have finished second to Taylor. But I'm glad I didn't cost him the win there. We kind of got hooked together as we came across the stripe.
Well, you come home third today. It's been a while since we've had you in a podium interview, so a good way to get some good momentum. We know you like these tracks. You got a win at Michigan, a very similar track to this before in Votive. Any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go?
Shout out Team Track Rocket. We just got done doing the Indy grind, logged a ton of laps, did really good teamwork building those setups. So glad that finally paid off today. And then shout out Taupe Soaps for the sponsorship.
Well, congratulations, Tristan. We'll see you in 3 weeks when we go back to Indy one more time. Hopefully there's not too much Indy fatigue there when we decide the championship. But congratulations for finishing third here today at Auto Club Speedway.
Thank you.
And that is Tristan. We have points. All right, so I need to go to the page and refresh.
Oops, and somebody, it is out of contender.
All right, so
For now.
So Clindy has a 25-point lead over, and I think we got now the drops being counted, right? So
yeah.
Clindy didn't lose the lead. He manages to hold on. He's got 25 points is about a half a race points lead. So Anna has her work cut out for her in a week, 3 weeks, excuse me. I keep saying a week. In 3 weeks when we get to Indianapolis. She's going to have to hope for a similar situation that happened today with Clindy retiring early and a good, strong finish on her part. And that's going to have to be the way that she gets the point. Read the points from your point of view. What do you see as really she just needs to have a good day and Clindy needs to have a bad day? It's kind of what it boils down to.
Actually, win the race and pray for Clindy don't have a good result. That's the drop week. That's why Mark Murphy is out the contender with 78 points. Unfortunately for Murphy, couldn't make better today. But Clindy have a team with these 3 podiums, 2 victories, have a good drop week, better than the Murphy, and that's why also better than the Anna Clement, make him still leading the race, leading the championship. He was 16 points ahead. Now it's 25. Wow.
All right, let's bring in Logan Edwards. And here is Logan. Congratulations on the P2. Top 2 steps occupied by Team I5G today. And 2 of the new Team I5G drivers. So that's got to feel pretty good. I would imagine it's good to have the weekend over, knowing how important Indy is for Team I5G. But going out on a high note, at least with a podium finish here, finishing second. But you're up in the front all day today.
Yeah, I had this place circled on my schedule for a very good reason. I'm very good at pack racing. I love Auto Club to death. So, very happy to come home with P2. Would have liked just that extra 100th, but if I'm going to lose to anybody, I'd rather be my teammate who I'm not in a points battle with.
Well, I thought you were actually going to win it. Coming to the apron. You got to the apron before anybody else. And in fact, I think I even called you winning the race until timing and scoring corrected itself. But I think that Taylor owes a big favor to Tristan, because I think the contact Fortson did was that just a little bit of a boost to get him across the line to beat you. Now, you might want to go back and check the replay, but I thought you had the thing riding the bottom. I don't know from your point of view what you thought when you were riding the bottom.
I was just keeping my eye glued to the relative because it would update first and foremost. But yeah, it's crazy because I've definitely lost a photo finish before at Talladega and Draft Masters from somebody tagging somebody's left rear and speeding them up somehow. So some strange aerodynamic curse seems to be upon me every time I'm in this situation. But
and that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was contact with the left rear that kind of scooted him across the line. Just a tip, literally a nose ahead of you, 9/10,000ths of a second. So I know you wanted the win, and then we know you got wins in other series, in the Formula Indy Series and the Elite Racing League. So we know you're a bona fide winner. But I know you wanted to get that first big one for Team I5G. It will come, I'm sure, soon enough. Do you have any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone I want to say hi to before we let you go?
Shout out to Team I5G. We've been doing this week has been stressful for all of us, but I think we did a pretty good job with what we worked with at Indy. Shout out to Shane and the Votive Racing League. This is the best league on iRacing, and that's coming from a road racer. No league does anything as good as Votive does, and it is genuinely. I would put so much more investment into the series than I do right now, just because of how amazing it is. And also, shout out to P1 Broadcasting for putting the show on. Y'all are amazing. I always go back and watch these things.
We do our best, much like you do in the car, but congratulations on the oh-so-close win, but P2 tonight, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. I know Indy fatigue is real, but one more race to go, at least at Votive, at Indianapolis in 3 weeks. You got a little bit of a break.
Yeah. Also, I think this is my first podium in an INDYCAR for Team I5G. I've gotten Super Formula and trucks in this on P1, but I've not gotten an INDYCAR podium yet, which is pretty sick.
Well, we're glad to have you here. Congratulations, and we'll check you at the next one.
See you, Gary.
That is Logan Edwards.
And are re-updated.
Oh, points are re-updated.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So hold on a second.
now
Let me refresh my graphics here. I want to turn that off. I want to go back to that graphic, and then I want to bring up Matt Taylor. And who would you say your driver of the race was, by the way? I want to get them on the camera here. You said Dan Durazo? Durazo. There you go. And that's he's a teammate to Tristan Fortson. So a good day for Track Rocket Racing. And while we have Durazo up there, we'll just leave him up there, and I'll refresh the points page. Okay, that's more like what I was expecting. I don't know why the points. I think he might have had to manually change some things. But okay, so let's re-update everybody. Disregard what we said about points before. Murph is out of it. I don't think mathematically he's eligible to get to he's 55 points behind the leader. But Anna Klimek, what we thought it was about a 25-point lead for Clindy going into the final race. It's actually the other way around. It's about a 23-point lead for Klimek now as they refresh the points with drops and bonus points and everything. Klimek now with a 23-point lead over Clindy going into the final race of the season. So Clindy, I said before, Anna has her work cut out for her. Now that really the opposite is said. Clindy really has his work cut out for him.
Actually, yeah, it's 70 points in dispute, so 73 with all this bonus and stuff. But I think it's a chance. Murphy need to, you know what? He need to win the race, and
so there's 70 points for 70 points for a round. Okay.
Yes, it's 70 points around.
So he's 55. So he's 55 back. So he needs kind of a prayer to be answered.
He needs to win. Something happened with Clindy, and something happened with Anna Klimek to win the championship. But I think our focus is just Klimek and Clindy, because Anna Klimek now retakes the lead with all of this stuff.
Let's bring in Matt Taylor into the room here, and winner of now 2 in a row in the Votive Indy Oval Series. Well, we used to call you the Master of Richmond, but now Master of Richmond, Phoenix, and now Auto Club Speedway. Congratulations on the win, and anything nice to say about Tristan for that little bit of turbo boost across the line, because that literally might have been what got you the win. Oh, he's not there. We don't hear you, Matt, if you're tuning in.
For sure, she's very happy.
I would imagine he's happy, though. Let me put him back down to the waiting room real quick, and then we'll bring him back up in here in a second here. Let's try it again. Matt, you got your ears on?
No, it's not here.
Oh, that's too bad. All right. If in the next 30 seconds or so you get your audio working, DM me or Lewis or send or add us at the in the Discord somewhere so we can see that we're getting flagged. And
I texted him, so I waited for response.
All right. Okay.
Oh, he responded. Power went out. He said, "Oh no."
Oh, so he's lost power. Okay, so unfortunately no winner's interview for Matt Taylor tonight, but I would imagine he would want to thank his teammates and his sponsors, as always, and he won 2 in a row now. That's his second career win here in the series. So since joining Team I5G, 2 wins here in the Votive Indy Oval Series. So Matt Taylor improved 16 spots to get the win here today. Logan Edwards started up front, stayed up front all day, and Tristan Fortson basically made a move on a call on pit road to come to kind of top off the tank after a quick kind of back-to-back cautions mid-race, and that really bought him bought him enough fuel that he was able to race uninhibited up to the front, and that bought him the track position he needed to fight for the win here in the closing stages. He comes home in 3rd, Murph in 4th, and Anna Klimek picks up the points lead in 5th, as we suspected she would. Well, Lewis, another exciting finish here in the Votive Indy Oval Series. Typically, when we get to these big draft pack tracks, they are always pretty exciting.
Yeah, let's try it again with Matt, because
right.
I think he came back, so there is.
Do you got your ears on now, Matt?
We're back.
Well, everything was successful tonight except for the interview, but we got you here. I don't know if you heard my question, but my question was anything, any plan to kind of reward or give a favor back to Fortson for that little bit of turbo boost across the line there, because that might have been literally what got you the win.
Yeah, I haven't even seen the finish. I was just thrilled to win it. So yeah, I'll have to go back and look, and for sure we'll give him some props or something for that one. What a wild race.
Well, let's talk about your race. You started in the mid-pack and you didn't storm to the front. You just kind of picked your way to the front. And it kind of almost in true Team i5G fashion, because most of your other cars kind of showed up to the top 5, top 10 late in the race as well. Your other teammates, Marquez won, Brendan another, kind of getting into the top 10, but they started well in the back as well. A lot of patience that you guys show today, and a race that typically is very wheel-to-wheel pack race at night at Auto Club at night. You guys showed a lot of patience.
Yeah, learned the hard way the first stint that the rear tires were absolutely wearing out on it. I think I was down to 30% or something on the right rear, and I was genuinely hanging on once I caught some clean air early, and just learned from that and ran significantly tighter at the first part of the stints, and noticed it felt good on that second to last stint, and then the last one just tried to get forward, and it was the rears were hanging on, thankfully, and then we were packed up, and it just kind of worked out in my favor.
Well, I'm sure it was a long weekend for you, because we know how important the 500 is to Team i5G. I'm sure you ran at least 1 or 2 500s this week, so I imagine you've had a long weekend. So we'll let you get your shout-outs in and retire for the night because of the weekend and everything. I'm sure you got some people you want to thank, so go right ahead.
Yeah, thanks to the teammates for working with me. We everybody put in a ton of work over, like you said, over the last week, and it's been good. We learned that we have a lot of work to do, and we're already starting on that, so that's going to be fun. Tonight was kind of a nice little I don't want to say reward, but just kind of get back to some racing and not so much worry about setup or other stuff. So that was a lot of fun. And apparently, thank you to Tristan for the dump draft there.
Pictures and stats and telemetry is actually being now posted in the Discord. So someone says yes. Apparently, that contact sped you up just enough to edge you over the line. But hey, a win's a win. Congratulations, Matt. 2 in a row here in the series. Hey, we look forward to seeing you. I know it's back at Indy. I know the Indy fatigue is real. Trust me, I know that. I've been there. I've done that myself. So one more to go at Indy after all this, but we'll see you in about 3 weeks. At least you get 3 weeks off.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Matt Taylor, winner tonight here at Auto Club. Lewis, any final thoughts here? I mean, like I said before we brought Matt into the room, it's just another kind of typical finish here. A very clean race, I thought, for the most part. So we did have the unfortunate incident. I thought if Jacob Oster managed to make it to the end, it would have been a remarkable comeback on his part, even though that he did it by the aid of the lucky dog. But still, you know, you still got to put yourself in a position to get a win, and coming back from a lap down, you know, is not easy to do. But it's a little bit easier to do now with the lucky dog. But he put himself in a position. Fortunately, the incident with Clindy kind of nullified that, negated it. But other than that, we had a great finish, another 3-wide finish, and another near statistical tie. 9/10,000ths of a second. Matt Taylor over Logan Edwards. Tristan Fortson finished third. Your thoughts on tonight's race? And Anna Klimek, you're back to being your points leader.
Yeah, points leader again for Anna Klimek again. Come back and for the last race in 3 weeks. You said that actually in Indianapolis. Yeah, unfortunately for Oster, came to back 1 lap down to come into the front, and the incident with the Clendy, unfortunately for Clendy, also to put a championship, made him make it more difficult for the last round in Indianapolis. Unfortunately for him, good for actually bad for Murphy, because I think he chose the wrong place to be over there, and he allowed to everyone to choose whatever they want, and again, rest of Fortune give you the touch on the victory on Mac Taylor. I think actually Logan Edwards is winning the race maybe before crossing the line when he chooses the apron, he's winning the race, and even Murphy's he was in third place, but well, it is what it is, and that's the race, and that's unfortunate for him. It's still 70 points in dispute, so it's gonna be really excited what's happen in couple weeks, in 3 weeks in Indianapolis. So Anna Clement need to just make a good job. Finish on top 10. Actually, we have to ask ChatGPT what is the chance
what
for
the scenarios. Yeah.
I have to see what is the scenario for her and for Clendy. But Clendy needs to win the race and just don't allow her to even finish the top 5, because it's a lot of points in this championship, in this championship
Season, yeah.
It's a lot of points. It's a lot of points that you get for one victory. So even the second place gets 65 points. It's like a wow. Anyways, it's gonna be a good race in Indianapolis. I know it's tough. It's gonna be hot, and the guy make the setup. It's gonna make it difficult for everyone. So Robert Maleska make the setup, so it's gonna be really difficult for everyone. And show the league gonna make a lot practice before the race. So I hope Anna, Mark, and even Clendy could be involved in that, because it's gonna be really difficult. So good for everyone. See you in 3 weeks in Indianapolis, but see you this Tuesday on Kansas, 8:50 p.m. for another round on the Fixed Series. So yeah, and also all the fellas, all the Canadian people, happy Victoria Day. It's not Victoria Day about the world, it's because the Queen Victoria is the birthday. So we celebrate, or they celebrate.
You're Canadian, celebrate. You're Canadian, you can celebrate.
I have to come and work tomorrow, so it's 1.5 tomorrow, so that's a good thing for me. So see you Tuesday, 8 p.m.
So that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium here for the second running of the Votive California 300, presented by Loverns Incorporated from Auto Club Speedway in Fontana. Matt Taylor get his second consecutive win in the series by 9/10,000ths of a second over teammate Logan Edwards, and Tristan Fortson with a little bit of an assist at the end there to Matt Taylor, and bumped him toward the line, and that might have been enough of a boost there to give him the margin of victory over his teammate. But Tristan Fortson comes home in third. Join LGN and myself again on Sunday, June 7th for Championship Sunday and Round 9 of Season 4 of the Votive Indy Oval Series as teams and drivers head to Indianapolis for the 4th running of the Votive Indy 300 presented by Loverns Incorporated. We have a special start time of 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And I will show you once again on the screen. Here is the schedule. 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Special start time. Again, that's 4:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Remember, new time, so just check everything on the channel for the correct time in your area. You can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not an easy one, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know you thought of tonight's race and enjoyed tonight's coverage. Support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, the bell for weekly reminders to miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, including coverage of Championship Wednesday of the Horizon INDYCAR Series. Join Murph and Jalopnik.com's Ryan Eric King as they call the action for their Season 3 finale, also at Indianapolis. Coverage starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time right here on P1. Today's second running of the Votive California 300 is presented to you by Loverns Incorporated. Loverns provides professional services in renovation, remodeling, painting, and mold removal services for government, commercial, and residential projects. For a quote or to learn more, like them on Facebook. You can follow them on their website, or you can visit their website at loversinc.com today. You can follow or like them on Facebook. All the links you need are in the description, and you can check them out today. I want a special shout out to Tom Lovern, Gary's brother, who is the owner of Lovern Zeke, for being a big supporter of the league and several races this season. Track cams for this racing provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. And learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook. You can follow them on X and Instagram. All the links you need are in the description. For business inquiries to learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram. You can follow all of our social links there on Linktree, and you can check those out in the description as well. So for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at Votive P1 and Lovern Zeke, I'm Gary Gatto saying to all, happy Sunday. The week is over. Actually, the week is beginning. It's a big week. It's the week leading up to the big Indy 500, the real one. So happy Sunday, everybody. Thanks for watching, and to all of our men and women serving in the military and first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again at 4 p.m. Eastern on June 7th for Championship Sunday at Indianapolis for the next race of the Votive Indy Oval Series. We'll see ya.